Is 2013. On a pleasant Tuesday in January, a reserved young lady weighing 118 pounds walks through the doors of the Cancer Society of the Bahamas back then, was unaware of the future and the destiny that awaits her from that moment. Intrigued by the camaraderie and the remarkable level of speech, that first visit turned into additional visits, which quickly resulted in her becoming a member of Healing Communicators Club 7178. You see, back then, I was just a girl in a pageant, wanting help with my stage presence and seeking stronger development, and 7178, you were just what I needed at that moment and that season of my life. So I closely relate to the lyrics and the movie To Serve with Love. In the movie, Sir Sidney Poitier's character, Mark Thackeray, was instrumental in exposing the uninterested students to the world, subsequently allowing them to think beyond where they came from and break away from their destructive mindset. For me, 7178, you exposed me to the possibilities in leadership and communication, and you helped me to develop into the leader that I am today. You encouraged that reserved 20-something-year-old pageant girl to push beyond her limited expectations and embrace the potential inside of her. Secretary, Vice President of Public Relations, Vice President of Education, President, Toastmaster of the Quarter, Speaker of the Quarter, Toastmaster of the Year, Mentor, Advisor, Area Director, and soon to be Distinguished Toastmaster. Who would have thought? Certainly not me. But 7178, you saw me. And you were with me every step of the way, embracing the change, providing correction, and at times scolding when necessary, and I appreciate you for that. 7178, you were more than just a club. You were a happy escape. You were a supporter. You were a mentor. You were a friend. You were an eye-opener. You were a challenger. You were a portion of the necessary fertilizer, along with my church, my family, and my good husband, that enables me to bloom into the woman that stands before you today. Believe me when I say that you were more than a club. You were a support system. We were there for each other. We showed up during the sad times, at funerals, during heartaches, and during the happy times. At weddings, at baby showers, at parties. And I was so overwhelmed being a new member to the club by your support in Miss Bahamas and the Little Pink Party. And someone told me, Crystal, if you want to sell your tickets, go to your Toastmasters Club. A lot of rich people in there. And today, that remains true. Can I get an amen? Amen. And in 1 week, between 7178 and 1600, I sold out of my tickets. And I learned then, especially at 1600, the vulnerability of men when they are up against a beautiful, well-spoken woman with a man. So thank you to all of my 1600 men. Mickey, you ready? We had the club going up on a Tuesday. Got the girl on a Tuesday. 7178. You were my happy escape after work. I remember rushing from work to arrive to meetings to get a good seat at the sea, because if I came late, no space. Luck. And being a Toastmaster, a new Toastmaster, it was a privilege to sit next to the T at the T and to sit to DT and Foster Nee Bullard. A privilege that I did not want to miss out. Outside of our meeting space, you demonstrated to me what real friendship meant. Our times at conferences, TLIs, committee meetings, parties, socials, late nights at Curly's, Green Parrot, Smugglers, and an old favorite, Tristan, Via Cafe. Those times were simply pure bliss. It was at Via Makia that we got schooled by some great men on how to act like a woman, but
think like a man.
You know, Steve Harvey was not.
Yes.
Those were the times we were eating greasy chicken
wings
and fries, fried shrimp, and washing it down, but everything but water. Arriving home late in the mornings and springing up, 6 o'clock to go back to work. And Toastmasters and guests, can I let you know that I am no spring chicken anymore. I can barely stay up past 11 p.m. Am I the only person getting older, Tristan? 7178, you were the learning ground. During those tense business sessions, learning how to navigate to speak from the script and without it, commanding authority of the room as the president, being challenged by members, some in the back of the T, and learning how to pivot and shift when things were beyond my control. Like in September of 2017 when Hurricane Irma visited the Bahamas and navigating that with the club. Speaking on behalf of the club at Toastmaster Antoinette's Pratt's funeral and preparing the club for the New Pathways program. I want to say publicly thank you to my supportive presidential advisors, DTM Ambersine Hyler, DTM Clem Foster, DTM Pamela Roll, DTM Reds Martin, DTM Akira Simonet, my good mentor, and distinguished Toastmaster Anthony Longley, the insurance agent extraordinaire, and he is this person who introduced me to this wonderful organization.
He did something right.
Yes.
And of course, to the greatest executive team to ever do it, Toastmaster Winston Thompson, Toastmaster Kyle Thompson, Toastmaster Zenobia Burrows, Toastmaster Nadia Humes, my good BPE, distinguished Toastmaster Julie Clark, and of course, my IPP and my cross, Toastmaster Tristan Bennett. It was those meetings, those messages, those phone calls, those Starbucks dates, those Beverly Kitchens conversations, distinguished Toastmaster Pamela Roll, those letters of recommendation, and even those nights at Via Cafe that moved me from the cubicle to the boardroom.
Yes.
And when I walk into a room, I walk in with confidence.
Yes.
I walk in knowing that I am of value to the conversation and I belong there just as much as the others present, despite being the youngest in the room. Our Tuesday nights prepared me from having to speak in front of a crowd, persuading them with power, speaking with my body, using vocal variety, inspiring my audience, speaking off the cuff, and being careful with my eyes and arms. And 7178, I am so excited for my future self.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me 5, 10, 20 years from now?
Be simple.
From being in the boardroom to being in charge of So, similar to Lulu in the movie, when she penned the words of her famous song, To Serve with Love, but how do you thank someone who has taken you from crayons to perfume? It isn't easy, but I'll try. If you wanted the sky, I would write across the sky in letters that would soar 1,000 feet high to 7178 with love. Madam Chair.